There's no other explanation for this, because we have 17 different voices, 17 different clearly defined characters with voices, a clear theology, a monetary system, like a history, like, and this is a consistent history too.
Yeah.
Like this is the thing, and then to have it all done in a single draft in about 63 working days, and not even have
Isaac, how?
All right, Isaac, come on up, man.
Let's have a chat. Come on up and tell me how. Sorry, Monty, go ahead.
No, you're good. You're good. Because that's the thing. Like the Book of Mormon itself is a miracle. Either it is what it says it is, and it is Scripture and the Word of God in line with the Bible, I would add, or Joseph Smith is a genius prodigy.
Mm-hmm. It's a complete contradiction. How? Where? What? Like, don't just make a statement. Come up and let's talk.
Give me an invite, Isaac. Come on up.
That would be one haymaker. Is Joseph a prophet or a prodigy? Yeah. Did he leave?
No, he declined the invite.
Oh,
twice.
Come on, Isaac. Don't be a coward. Come up.
Strike three, man.
Mormons read the whole Bible, or does y'all book take place of it? No, we are actually studying, Beardo, the Old Testament and the New Testament for the next 2 years.
If you're going to make claims, Isaac, and not substantiate them, or not come up to talk about it, then you're going to get muted.
Yeah, that's just silly. Big Dog, bro, do you know that there is a professor right now using the Book of Mormon in her class as a study on literature? Like, literally right now.
I didn't even want to do all this, honestly. I was just going to type everything out. But you're telling me Joseph Smith goes into the woods, gets golden tablets. He's the only one that can read them.
That's not what happened.
That's absolutely what happened. That's absolutely what happened. He goes into the forest. He got all his time. There were no eyewitnesses to his claims. There were 0 eyewitnesses to his claims.
Stop. Wait.
Stop.
Isaac.
I'm the one getting cut off. What do you mean stop? I'm the one that's saying this and you're cutting me off.
Because everything you said is absolutely wrong.
Because you're wrong.
What do you think Joseph Smith's first vision was? Who did Joseph see in his first vision?
It doesn't matter. It literally does not matter at all.
It absolutely matters.
It does not matter at all. It's a complete contradiction to the Bible.
It's really not.
No, it's not. Where? Everything is a contradiction. And how?
Do you know that Joseph Smith was actually in the Bible?
Okay.
Yeah, you know where I'm going with that one. There will be many that come after me that are false. There will be many that come after me that are false.
Hold up, Isaac. Do you want to have a real conversation?
I would love to.
Okay, so substantiate your claim about the Book of Mormon. Where does it contradict?
The entire thing. You're telling me?
Okay, how?
Okay, hold on. I'm trying to talk, but Latter-day Lion keeps cutting me off every single time I say something.
Because you're not staying on topic. You're not staying on topic.
Okay, hold up. Okay, so hold up, Amonte. Okay, I'm going to let you go. Tell us how the Book of Mormon as a whole contradicts the Bible. Go ahead.
So where in the Bible does it say that caffeine is a sin to have?
Not in the Book of Mormon.
That's not in the Book of Mormon.
Okay. Definitely is.
No, it's not.
No.
Okay.
Oh,
chapter
bro.
verse.
Dude,
verse.
Isaac, you are literally making yourself look like a dummy.
From the word of Jesus Christ himself.
Okay, then
I'm not going to read something that's not out of the word of Jesus Christ himself.
Isaac, if you're going to make claims that something is contradictory to the Bible, you would have to actually know what it contains.
Okay, all right.
Do you know that you sound like an atheist? Because they would say the same thing about the Bible.
Well, I mean, to be fair,
I sound nothing like an atheist. I would love.
Yes, it does.
I would not read the Book of Mormon ever.
To be
like,
fair,
not even kind of.
So to be fair, Sammy, creedalists are atheists with extra steps.
Sure. Okay, Isaac, so listen here, bro. Then if you've never read it, you can't say what's in it.
Okay, then I won't say what's in it. How about you tell me how it aligns with the word of Jesus Christ? How about you tell me?
No. First of all, you need to tell us how it contradicts, or you need to retract your statement.
Okay, you literally just said that if I have not read the Book of Mormon, then I cannot say anything. Okay, so I'm going to retract what I said.
Okay.
So
great.
tell me how it aligns with how Jesus Christ lived his life and how it aligns with the Bible. Tell me, please.
So, do you know what the gospel of the gospel is?
Yeah, I'm very aware of what the New Testament is. Yes, I'm very aware of what the New Testament is.
That's not the New Testament.
The gospel is definitely the New Testament.
No,
it's
Corinthians 15. 1 Corinthians 15, 1 through 4. What does it say?
Yeah, let me just pull up a Bible, bro. It's in my truck. I can't go grab it right now.
Well, go ahead. Pull it up.
You're gonna make me go to my truck.
I'll teach you, since you don't know your Bible.
I'll go to my truck. Yeah, bro, because I just know every single verse, bar for bar.
I do.
Well, I mean, you're making a lot of presuppositions that are not based on the biblical text. But
do you?
Go ahead.
Do you know what Paul teaches the gospel is in 1 Corinthians 15? I do.
Okay. Give me 2 seconds.
Corinthians 15, 1 through 4.
1 Corinthians, say that again?
15, 1 through 4.
1 Corinthians 15, 1 through 4.
This is specifically how Paul defines the gospel.
First Corinthians 15?
Yes. Verses 1 through 4.
Now I would remind you, brothers, of the gospel I preached to you, which you have received, in which you stand, and by which you are being saved, if you hold fast to the word I preached to you, unless you believed in vain. For I delivered to you, as of first importance, that I also received that Christ died for our sins, in accordance with the Scriptures, that he was buried, that he was raised on the third day in accordance with the Scriptures.
Okay. So the gospel, as Paul defines it, is the death, burial, and resurrection of Jesus Christ. Correct?
Yes.
Okay. The Book of Mormon testifies exactly of that, and God's dealing with them on the other side of the world. Now, Jesus Christ obviously didn't live with them during his mortal probation, during his mortal state, but he did visit them after his resurrection, testifying that he is the God of Israel, the God of the whole world, and that salvation can only come in and through him.
Okay, but just thought I'd let you know that the words "I am God" never came out of Jesus' mouth.
In the Book of Mormon,
no part of the Bible does that ever come out of his mouth, just for clarification.
Sure. In the Book of Mormon, it does, though.
See, that's the issue.
How is that the issue? That Jesus Christ declares himself to be the God of Israel?
That's just neither here nor there.
No, it absolutely is.
It's not.
So, okay, hold up. Let's back up for a second. What is your current faith, Isaac?
I am, if you want to be technical, I am a Protestant Christian.
Okay, Protestant's still very broad, but okay.
We're just going to go
anyway,
with that.
Nowhere within the biblical text.
I think he is the Son of God, a part of the Trinity. That is how that is supposed to be played out. It's not three separate people. It's not three separate things. It is all one being in the same sense.
So you're Unitarian?
No, incorrect. I am a Protestant.
You just said they were one person, one being.
They are three beings, all of the same part.
Okay, where do we see that clearly stated in the biblical text?
I mean, if you're going to make me dig around for this, which is absurd, but
it's not absurd. If this is something that you believe, you should at least be able to know where to point to. I mean, I don't have my Bible in front of me, and yet I'm able to pull things off straight off the top of my head. But in any case,
three persons, one being. That is, yes. What?
Okay.
He knows.
So
you get what I'm trying to say. That's not the point.
Okay. So, but again, if this is what you believe, you should be able to back it up. So where do we clearly see that stated in the biblical text?
Bro's gonna make me dig.
Yes, I'm gonna make you substantiate your claims. Jinx.
Oh, how dare we?
Jinx.
How dare we not just trust you, bro?
Jinx.
Oh gosh, that's funny.
Mm-hmm. What's funny is that, like, the Book of Mormon testifies of Jesus being the God of Israel far more times than the biblical text does. You would think something that would testify
is
of
what
such.
you believe.
Here's the deal, too. Like, this would have been, like, something that would have been clearly stated and clearly understood by those within the first century as these were being written down, as the biblical text was being written down in the East. So, where do we see the Trinitarian doctrine, the Trinitarian dogmas, being clearly stated within the biblical text in a way that would have been understood so clearly by the Christians in the Middle East, in Asia, wherever the church was being established during the first century? Okay. Yeah, let's give him a timer. We'll give him 3 minutes.
I could give you the standard verses if you want that most evangelicals throw at us.
Yeah.
Kind of help you if you need help.
I mean, heck, both Sammy and I are sitting here without any scripture on in front of us. Sammy can't because he's moving very fast, and even he would know off the top of his head.
I mean, we could go to John 1:1, or we could go to 1 John 5:7, or we could go to John 10?
Isaiah 43:10.
10:20.
Isaiah
43:10. Yeah.
But
pretty much Isaiah 43 to 48.
Yeah, the whole trial of the gods.
Yep. Is the God of Israel? Jesus is the God of Israel. Are you supporters of Israel?
The nation of Israel today.
Israel.
Yeah, the nation of Israel today is not the house of Israel in the biblical sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you're conflating.
I'm not conflating two things. I asked a question. Nobody conflated anything.
Yeah.
So yeah, the nation of Israel in the 20th and 21st centuries is not the house of Israel defined by the Bible.
The way you phrase the question is that you were equating them being the same thing, and they're different.
The biblical text, when we look especially at the promises made in the Old Testament, they give a lot of prophecies regarding the restoration of all 12 tribes of Israel. So, Judah, Ephraim, Manasseh, Dan, Issachar, Naphtali, on down the list. However, there's only one tribe of Israel that is currently in the nation of Israel today, and that would be the tribe of Judah. But that's not a restoration of the entire house of Israel. So what Latter-day Saints believe, especially with what is stated in the biblical text, and this is something that is affirmed in the Book of Mormon, that God remembers his people Israel, not just the Jews, but all 12 tribes. And the Book of Mormon, like just as the Bible is a testimony of the tribe of Judah primarily, the Book of Mormon is a testimony of the tribes of Ephraim and Manasseh. And Jesus coming to them after his resurrection, teaching them and leaving his gospel with them and his authority to act in his name with them, mirrors the same exact thing that happened in Jerusalem, in the Middle East, in the first century as well. So what we see with the Book of Mormon, for me, is that this is a testament that God keeps his promises.
There was no receipts that Christ ever came to America.
I mean, it depends on what you're looking for. I mean, if you want to get technical, I mean, we could look at some of the legends surrounding the Mayan and Aztec gods of Quetzalcoatl and Tucalca. And they mirror and the things that the legends surrounding him. And
do you know the problem?
The legend there. So
do you know the problem with that statement? Is there are no receipts of Hebrews being in Egypt.
Okay, no. Being a Hebrew and being the Son Jesus Christ are two very different things.
No,
you cannot say that.
No, there's no evidence that Hebrews were in Egypt. Like
it's not the same thing. See, like here's what I have for you in the Bible.
You're creating a standard that we can apply to the Bible.
There's no evidence of the Exodus. There's no evidence of the flood. There's plenty of evidence of the flood.
Scientific-based evidence that there are actual.
Not a global flood.
No, there definitely is. If you look into this at all instead of just reading the Book of Mormon, they have actually found.
I don't just read the Book of Mormon.
You're not letting me talk. You're literally not letting me talk.
The Book of Mormon doesn't reference the flood at all. So
okay, see that's your problem.
Yeah.
It contradicts it. It absolutely contradicts
what? It doesn't. The earliest narrative starts at the Tower of Babel.
This is literally the only reason that I'm trying to explain things, and you guys just start yelling over the top.
Okay, so Isaac, give us one evidence of a global flood that would have occurred during Noah's time.
They have found sea clams on top of Mount Everest. That's a fact.
So?
What do you mean, so?
Mean
you think that there was just an ocean that was just not
there
because the clam flew out of the ocean and went to the top?
Are you aware of what
tectonic plates move and Earth goes up and down?
Yeah, you're making the assumption that that terrain is never moved or from
okay. So I would like to know how there are 5 different religions that pull up the basis that there was a world flood, but the Book of Mormon is the only one that doesn't. Like I said, contradiction to the Bible.
It doesn't. No, it doesn't say that there wasn't a flood. Are you kidding me?
You just said that. You literally just said that.
We didn't.
The Book of Mormon doesn't start with.
Oh my gosh.
No, we don't. What we're saying is that there's no scientific evidence to prove the flood. That doesn't mean we don't believe it.
I quite literally just told you that they have found those. You're telling me tectonic plates shifted and went 2 miles into the sky.
Do you not know how mountains
work?
Yeah, do you not know how mountains are made?
I literally have not stopped talking. Can you guys listen for like 5 seconds? Okay.
It is a stupid place. You're not even aware of how...
Stop talking.
No, you stop talking, because it's very clear that you don't even understand how mountains are formed. They don't just spring up out of nowhere.
I absolutely know how mountains are formed. You guys are literally not letting me talk.
So you're aware then of how Mount Everest was made, correct?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so how is Mount Everest and seashell fossils being found on Mount Everest evidence of a flood, despite the fact that, especially with how tectonic plates move, it hit the nation of India, or what we now call India, hit Nepal is such a force that it sprung out of the ground like that because of that much force. Which would have meant that it was underneath the ocean first of all. That's not evidence of a global flood. That's evidence of tectonic plates moving.
Do you know how long it would take for a mountain to be made that high for tectonic plate shifting?
Yeah, and so the fossils are also take that long to be fossilized. What's your point?
My point is that either what you're trying to say is that the tectonic plate shifted and it made it that long. What you're trying to tell me is that the Earth is millions of years old and you believe in science, or, hear me out, there was a flood.
Wait, are you saying that the Earth is only 6,000 years old?
No, I'm not only saying that the Earth is 6,000 years old. No.
That's the question. No. Is the Earth 6,000 years old?
I don't think so, no.
Okay, so then your argument is... Then your argument doesn't make any sense.
Listen. I didn't say it wasn't... 6,000 years old. I didn't give it an exact claim because I don't know that. Nobody knows that. It's just all, it's eyewash. But what I'm trying to say is you either believe that the earth actually had enough time to create a mountain that high and that it's been around for that long, or you don't believe anything of what the Bible says. And it's a contradiction, like I already said.
I believe that the things that you guys are forgetting is the fossils found on top of Mount Everest fit a time frame that doesn't necessarily indicate that it was tectonic plate activity.
When was Noah's flood? Do we know?
Well, I mean,
sure.
Do we want me to? Why do you keep making me having to do this? If you want an exact date.
Well, here's the problem, right? Like the ancient Israelites, like even before Moses, they measured time differently. They measured years differently. So in fact, the calendar did not exist until what we would consider to be the 1400s. The issue at hand is, when did Noah's flood occur? The only way we could actually make that assertion, one, is if we're using the same exact calendar system that we use now and apply it to then, which would not work. And two, if we actually do believe in a young Earth creation. This does not work on multiple different levels.
Okay, so how
again,
is it that
when did Noah's flood occur?
How is it that the Mayans and everybody else has followed the same calendar? I don't. What are you talking about? Nobody followed the same calendar back then, because we've been going off the Mayan calendar for thousands of years. We have. We definitely have.
No, that's
so.
Okay,
you guys
were able to calculate revolutions of the sun. Okay, that's not the same thing.
Also,
are you guys saying that Noah's flood didn't happen? Like, I'm confused on what's happening.
Well, no. Isaac's saying that you can prove the flood happened because the seashells in the mountains.
Well, you can find fossil records, and you can find sediment implementations all around the world that dictate that there was a global flood at one point. That was probably about 3,000 to 4,000 years ago.
The seashell, I'm looking this up. The seashells are approximately 400 to 500 million years old. That would fall into
carbon dating is very false all the time.
Yeah, carbon dating doesn't work.
So what is true? That you're saying that the flood is true, but carbon dating is false.
This doesn't work.
Okay, the dating on it is false. However, there is evidence that there are shells that are up on top of Mount Everest. That's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. Carbon dating is wrong.
Not proof of a
Isaac,
flood.
can you please explain to me why carbon dating is unreliable and how carbon dating works?
Bro thinks I'm a scientist. It's not like I've read into every single religion like you guys.
You're making claims and yet have yet to back them up.
Like as Royal says, hold on. You made a claim, buddy. You said that carbon dating is unreliable. That would indicate that you have some basic knowledge, even rudimentary knowledge about how carbon dating works.
I can tell you.
And why it would be unreliable.
It's atmospheric fluctuations in carbon-14, which means that anything roughly around 50,000 years old or older is unreliable. So these people saying that these seashells are more than 50,000 years old makes it unreliable because, again, due to carbon-14 fluctuations that have been in the atmosphere forever.
So why would fluctuations make it unreliable? If you can measure the fluctuations,
it does limit. I'm reading it right now.
Can't you?
That's why it makes it unreliable. Okay.
Wait. So why would
anything over 50,000 years?
Why would the half-life make it unreliable? The half-life helps us to determine how quickly something degrades.
Okay. How did we get on the topic of
radioactivity?
No, I'm just actually due to nuclear testing.
I'm saying, and hi, if you're saying that there are other methods, that's totally fine. It's just like you're making these claims, but you don't actually know what you're talking about.
I would just like to let everybody know that before Dalton got in here, it was a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It was a 1v5, and you guys were all asking me 15 different questions.
I just got here, bro. I got here after.
Yeah, it was really just me and Sammy that were asking you questions.
I mean,
so
I've disproven your guys' assumption on the.
You actually didn't. You
the
said
carbon dating. I just proved to you why it's unreliable. I just proved to you why it's unreliable.
Back to the topic.
What's the topic?
You haven't demonstrated that.
Yeah,
the contradiction of the Bible and the Book of Mormon. That's what I said.
So how does the Book of Mormon contradict the Bible?
Sorry, 14 people just talked at once. Say that again?
Yeah, you don't even know how they contradict.
I asked you how it aligned, and nobody answered me.
So the narrative of the Book of Mormon starts at 600 BC, around the time of Jeremiah. There's no need for it to go into any history prior to that, since it's all the same history.
Time out. Did you just say the Book of Mormon started 600 BC?
The narrative history of the Book of Mormon starts at 600 BC, and there's no reason to go before that because that's not where the main peoples diverge.
Lion, hold up. Isaac, didn't you say that the
hold up, real quick. I want to say we did show you how they aligned when we started talking about the gospel. And
you talked about Israel. You talked about how God is the God of Israel.
We didn't.
That is not.
No, Isaac, stop.
I did.
We talked about 1 Corinthians 15, and how that is the gospel, and that's what the Book of Mormon teaches, is the same gospel that Paul teaches. We went over that.
It is absolutely not the same.
Wait, Isaac.
So where is the contradiction then, Isaac?
Yeah, no, we've already been over this because I have not read the Book of Mormon. I don't have an opinion on it.
Okay, then no, you do have an opinion because you are saying that it is contradicting. So you can't just say I have no opinion, but also it contradicts. That is an opinion.
Are you guys fundamentalist Mormons, or are you?
No,
or just LDS?
So how are you going to simultaneously say you have an opinion that it contradicts, and then say when you are pressed on it, oh no, I don't have an opinion?
Okay, so here's what I have. Here's my thought basis if you really want to go into this. So the gospel, the New Testament, the people that were with Jesus walking around with this man as he was saying these words and everything's going along and it's all lined up, and then these 12 people decided. I'm still talking. I'm still talking.
I'm just saying.
No, I'm still talking. These 12 people.
Oh, the crash out here is glorious.
It's not crash out. No, bro. Anytime I open my mouth, you guys cut me off. It's absolutely insane.
Yeah, because you're wrong.
Let him finish.
Okay.
Let him finish.
So these 12 people that walked around with Jesus Christ, and they had his word, and then they wrote down this word, and then they decided that they were going to make this into a book, and they're going to add it on to the Old Testament, right? Mm-hmm. These things that happened in the Old Testament, the 384 however many prophecies that lined up that Jesus fulfilled, correct? And then while he's doing this, he lives this. And there's these 12 people that watch him and do these things, and then they document it, and then they put it out into this book. And then it becomes the most wide world selling book on the planet. And then we have Joseph Smith that came however many years after that started this book, never walked with Jesus, never was around these people. And then he adds on to it and then does these things. I'm sorry. It just doesn't make any sense.
That's great.
Okay. So if I could tag on to Isaac, though, because in the book of Revelation, it talks about that there shall be no new additions to the book, to the Bible.
No, it's not talking about
Revelation, the book of Revelation.
You can talk about
the prophecy of this book, which is the book of Revelation, because the Bible has many books, not just one book.
Yeah, Dalton, do you know what the last...
possibly be talking about the Bible as well.
Dalton, do you know what the last book in the Bible was written?
Okay, so wait, hold up. So, because Joseph Smith came at a later period in time, therefore it's false. That's your argument?
I don't think that he can claim to know what Jesus...
Hold up.
At this point,
I'm talking to you.
At this point, I'm convinced that creedal Christians are really just atheists with extra steps.
Wow, that's blasphemous.
Blasphemous. Anyway, so what's the answer?
That's
Hold on, Lion. Don't give him an out. Have him answer the question that Elias asked.
So Joseph Smith came at a later period of time, therefore it's contradictory. How does that work?
Okay. Here's what I got for you. We've already talked about the whole, he got these golden tablets and then...
Plates,
whatever. It doesn't matter. Plates, tablet, plates,
saw
bowls, doesn't matter. Regardless, it's not real. Don't get offended. Don't everybody freak out at once.
It matters for the sake of accuracy, for the sake of having a good steel man,
being able to give a good argument. Elias, hold up.
Okay, no, I'm responding to his question.
Hold on.
I'm responding to his question.
Let him respond.
So he comes and then he gives him these golden plates, not tablets, plates. Gives him these golden plates that only he alone, nobody else, only he alone can read and then interpret. Nobody else, only him, that you can have multiple wives. Caffeine is a sin for whatever reason. That's an interesting one.
No, it's not. That's
okay. Okay, but
Neither
the
of
first
which
one,
is
the first one,
found in
no,
the
the first one is.
Hold
The first
on,
one is
Lion.
correct.
No, it's not.
Nobody wanted to correct
Hold
me
on,
on
Lion.
that one.
Hold on.
Not necessarily.
No, we're letting you talk.
Well, hold on,
Hold
hold on.
No, Lion.
Then
Hold up,
then
hold up.
then
Let
I'll
him
correct.
finish.
Well, no.
No, Lion.
If he wants people to correct him, then I'll correct him. That's not found in the
No,
Book of
we
Mormon
can
either,
correct him
Isaac.
later. We can correct him later. Let him build what you
Let him bring
say.
out his rope. Okay, go ahead, Isaac.
Yeah, I'm bringing out my rope for sure. That only he alone can interpret and translate. Nobody else. No eyewitnesses. Only him.
Again, wrong,
Sure.
but okay.
Sure.
Can I
Give me the 17 people, the 17 that saw it. Whatever. Okay.
Right.
Hold
I'm
on,
good.
Can I piggyback off Isaac for just a second here?
Dalton.
Let Isaac finish first.
Oh, I'm done. No, that was all I needed.
Okay. Like Moses. Right?
Wait.
Or Paul.
Okay.
Okay, so
Paul
Moses
was still
goes-
in the
wait,
time
so
frame
Moses
in
goes
which
into a
Jesus
cave.
died
He's
and then
there.
came back and
There's-
walked the
there's
earth.
20 years later. 20 years later.
So Moses goes into a cave. No one else is there. He claims that he sees God, and then he comes out and with a stick that does magic things and leads people away from Egypt. Okay, and then he goes on top of a mountain
Okay,
and
hold
says,
on.
"Guys, I have these rocks, and God totally wrote this." Did anyone else see it? Nope. There was a big cloud. Nobody else saw it. But guys, trust me. Guys, if you look at this serpent, I have this here. Like you'll be okay. You'll be saved. Guys, if you disobey me, then I'm going to be able to stone you. I just institute a bunch of laws. Oh, in Numbers 10, I can marry an Ethiopian woman. Oh, Miriam, you disagree with me? You have leprosy now. Okay, so like Moses. Never walked with Jesus. Most people didn't see any of the fantastical things that he claimed to see. When he saw the back of God, when he saw God on Mount Sinai, when he saw him in a cave.
Okay, but what about
So like Moses.
but what about when he parted the Red Sea?
Okay.
Did Joseph Smith ever part the Red Sea?
No, he didn't live
miracles.
around there, so he
Okay.
wouldn't be able to do that.
Okay, did he ever part the Utah mountains?
He never
Joseph
came
Smith
to
was
Utah,
never there.
so no.
Okay. So
He
tell me
did go through an
what
entire camp and healed-
tell
So-
me what Joseph Smith had ever received that made him to be trusted by the word of God.
Right. So he healed dozens of people at Zion's camp. Dozens of people.
Did you say dozens?
Yeah.
And in Nauvoo, when right before they drained the swamp there.
Right. So there's that. He healed tons of people. The production of the Book of Mormon itself is miraculous. There were actually witnesses to the plates and to the translation process. He was able to dictate the entire book in 270,000 words in about 65 working days. That is not ever heard of. It has not been done before. It has not ever been done since. And it is form that was known about in his time is in the Book of Mormon. So he's able to produce all of that. He's able to produce this book with very complex theology that answers a lot of theological questions. The revelations that he produced a society that was extremely industrious, that was very charitable. People claimed he was able to convince, I guess somehow, dozens of people to say that they had seen angels, if not hundreds of people to say that they had seen angels. They'd even seen Jesus Christ. They'd had visions alongside him of several things like the degrees of glory, Sidney Rigdon. And most of them went to their death long after the time of Joseph Smith, swearing by all of these things. So yeah, he didn't part the Red Sea because he wasn't there, but he did plenty of other good things that would probably show the fruits of a prophet.
So is the Garden of Eden actually Missouri, or is that a false claim?
So you're just going to jump to something else. You're not
No,
going to
I'm
respond
asking
to
a question.
anything
No,
I
that's a genuine
said.
question. Like, I'm
No,
genuinely curious.
It's
Isaac,
not, though.
Isaac, you'll just notice that I said a bunch of things, and
Okay.
instead of
Still,
responding to,
If we
instead
really
of
want to get into it,
responding-
I'm curious. I actually am curious.
Wait,
It's not trying
buddy,
to find
buddy,
anything
it's
out.
okay, buddy. I'm just going to mute you for just a second. Instead of responding to a single thing I said, you had to jump to something else, right? Why couldn't you respond to anything?
I can respond. I can respond to it. You just talked forever, so ChatGPT. Yeah, probably not.
Right. So
never
why
used
don't you
ChatGPT.
respond to what I
Your
said?
attention
Okay.
span just
If I talked forever, then there's
Hold on,
nothing
Josh.
to respond to, and you don't have to run somewhere else.
Okay, so how about we get somebody from my people in here instead of making this a 1v5? You literally kicked the only person that I had help
It's
with.
just me and you right now, buddy.
Yeah, it's just Alias.
Just me and
Alias
you.
is the only one who's
Me and
talking to you.
You better stop calling me buddy or I'm going to tweak. Okay, so
You've been tweaking this entire time.
I've not been tweaking. I'm very calm.
Friend?
There's nothing.
All right, let's go, friend. It's just you and me, friend.
Okay, all right. Your claims that however many people, how many people exactly? How many people exactly saw these tablets? Plates. Sorry, plates.
Plates. Okay, so there was 11 people who actually held and flipped through them that were official witnesses that are published in every Book of Mormon. 3 of them claimed to see an angel deliver it to them. They all went to their deaths, even after they had a falling out with Joseph Smith, saying that that was absolutely true. In total, there were actually other unofficial witnesses as well, about 19.
Okay. So these 19 people, you said they went even when they had a fallout with Joseph Smith?
Yeah, some of them had a falling out with Joseph Smith. Sometimes Joseph Smith had a little short fuse. Some of them didn't like what he was doing. And so they kind of had a falling out
these
with
people,
him. They would criticize him for all sorts of things, but the Book of Mormon, absolutely true. They would go out of their way to tell people that they were wrong for reporting falsely about what they had said.
So let me get this straight. These people that supposedly saw these plates, saw these angels,
Yep.
the founder of this whole religion have a falling out with this guy and they didn't like what he was teaching?
Yeah, like Judas. Like
Okay.
5,000, apparently
but
5,000
See,
people
here's the
who
problem.
were
You can't
fed.
bring up Judas because
No, I
Judas,
can't.
when
I
he,
actually
no,
can't.
hold on, I'm still talking. So when Judas betrayed him for 30 pieces of silver, he couldn't live with what he did, so he hung himself.
Well, it
he
depends
was,
on which
he was
account that
so
you read.
upset. He was
Depends on
so
which
upset
account
with
you read.
what he had done that he hung himself.
Unless you read Acts 1, which is different.
Okay.
But, okay, regardless. Okay. And then there's also, 5,000 people who witnessed them feed the entire congregation, and most of them walked away.
Okay. That
So
has
the
nothing to do
best
with anything. Yeah,
possible
5,000
teacher
people.
on earth ever had people betray him and walk away. Okay, so yeah, a prophet.
See,
like
okay,
Joseph
see, but the
Smith,
problem is you're trying to
some
talk
people
about the
might walk
leaving.
away
You're
because
talking
he's a
about
human
people.
being.
Okay, you're still talking. You're talking about people leaving this and then still following the Book of Mormon, the founder. The problem is if you try to go with the Israelites that rejected Moses in the wilderness for 40 years, yeah, they came back, but they didn't initially keep following what they were doing. Also,
Well, most of them would be killed or they would die. Otherwise.
okay, that's not my point. My point is
Okay.
these people stayed around with the Book of Mormon even after the founder of this, they didn't like what he was doing. That doesn't make any sense.
Right, because they knew what they had seen and they continued to testify that they had actually seen angels. They had actually seen the plates.
Okay, but nobody could translate the plates except for Joseph Smith.
I think some had attempted and they weren't able to.
Okay,
It's okay.
so
like,
no,
it's not like Aaron was parting the Red Sea. Okay, so what?
Okay,
No,
but
Moses was
you're
special.
not. You're okay. What you're not understanding is that the founder of your said religion is
No,
the
that's
only
Jesus Christ.
person. Okay, that's we're getting way too technical. It was the only person that could translate the tablets. And
Yeah,
the
like Moses.
11 other people, I'm literally
Yeah,
still
because
talking.
he was
I'm
the prophet.
still talking. I never stopped.
I don't give a flying flip, dude. Holy crap.
It's okay. Too technical. It's okay.
Now, if you want to come back up, I will bring you back up. But it looks like you're not here, so
Again, Isaac. Oh yeah, he's still down there. He's still
there you
a
go.
little bit.
There you go.
It's okay. Like Isaac, like Like Moses.
Oh, I'm still here, big homie. I never left.
The tablets, and only he was able to dwell in the presence of God. Only he was able to see God.
Okay. But the 11 other people that were there
they only heard a voice. They didn't see a form.
Stop.
Moses
Stop.
did.
You're making a standard, once again, Isaac, that we can now apply to the biblical text, and it falls apart. You keep doing that, and you need to stop.
So Joseph Smith translated just like Moses was the one who was able to split the sea or to produce the Ten Commandments or the Law of Moses, right? That was something that he had a commission to do.
Okay, but then he fell out and started doing wrong things.
Who?
You literally just said that Joseph Smith and the people that were around him had a falling out.
The people thought it was the pride of their hearts that had the falling about with Joseph. They thought he wasn't doing it the way they thought he should be doing it.
Yeah.
And they had a falling out.
For example, in the time of Moses, there were a bunch of people who kept trying to criticize Moses. Moses, you're doing this wrong. Moses, you can't marry that Cushite woman or Ethiopian woman. You can't do that. That's bad. People would criticize him all the time. As soon as he went up to the mountain, they started, what? They built a golden calf. They started doing things wrong all the time. They kept criticizing Moses all the time. So what? That doesn't invalidate him as a prophet.
All I would like to say is that Jesus himself said that there will be many that will come after me.
Yeah, I'll keep watching out for them.
Yeah, no, your guy is one of them.
Oh, no, he's real.
No, he's real. He's also
Isaac,
not a real
unfortunately,
prophet.
you still have not demonstrated how he would be false. That's the unfortunate thing.
Okay.
You're saying that
where I'm still I'm literally trying to respond. Where in the Holy Bible, in the one that was written by the 12.
Most of the authors of the Bible were not among the 12, actually. So.
Okay, but I'm talking about the New Testament, of which the 12 were.
No, the New Testament was not largely written by the 12.
Okay.
You think Luke was one of the 12 apostles?
You're that's not my point.
No, I'm just saying, like, he wasn't one of the 12 apostles.
That's not my point.
Don't even know who wrote Luke. Most of the authors we aren't able to identify.
That's not my point.
I'm just saying
so then clarify what is your point?
I was trying to make a point and then I got cut off and I don't even remember what I was saying.
Okay, stop crying about it and make your point.
No, because you guys ask me a question, I go to answer and I get cut off and then I forget what I'm talking about because you guys start rambling on about nonsense for 2 minutes.
Nonsense. Well, you said the New Testament was produced by the 12. I'm sorry to offer a correction.
I said the 12 is majority. Oh, be so serious.
Okay.
So wait,
Paul
you said the majority?
It wasn't the original 12, but okay.
Okay.
What's your point?
Did you say the majority? Because there's Matthew and there's John.
You think only two apostles read anything from the New Testament?
Of the original 12?
Okay, what about Mark?
Okay, Mark.
Matthew is in the 12.
Stop talking.
I'm done with you. Wow.
Isaac, I literally just said that Matthew is one of the 12. I said Mark wasn't. You literally just
Mark wasn't.
You just can't listen.
All right.
Okay, Dalton.
You can ask me something.
I guess Joseph Smith is still winning.
You can ask me anything, and I'll do my best to explain.
We have two prompts. The Trinity is not biblical, and the Book of Mormon is scripture. Do you disagree?
I do disagree.
So you can engage with those prompts.
Okay. Well, I disagree that